Hello everyone, Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to a special sports update where we have, the games going on right now will be Army at Hawaii, Fresno State and San Jose State, and of course the Territory Cup with Arizona and Arizona State. As I'm looking at it, I think they just scored. Arizona State to take a 12-7 lead, I think. Well, either way, they're going to take the lead. So let's go some scores first because, that's how we do it. The only games that we're not going to include are the Kings and the Jets and the Canucks and the Oilers because I think those games will be done just before I upload this. And of course, it's 9 a.m. Everything's good to go. Alright, so let's get the G League out. There are 6 games. Stockton defeated Iowa 111-107. Canton defeated College Park 110-100. Grand Rapids defeated Texas 98-93. Memphis defeated Oklahoma City 133-113. Sioux Falls crushed Northern Arizona 129-94. And Rio Grande Valley defeated South Bay 133-129. Now let's take a look at the 4 NBA games today. Of course, the Kings beat the Nuggets 197. The 76ers defeated the Pacers 119-116. The Rockets crushed the 4-16 Jets 158-111. And the Bucks defeated the Hornets handily 137-96. Of course, everyone says James Harden's supposed to be a great. Well, he'll only be great if he stops bitching and moaning. Alright. Next up, we'll have, let me think here. Yeah, we will have, as I mentioned, a couple of NHL games. Tripping over my words again. So as I mentioned, unless I go long enough, I'll probably not add the only games going on. Oilers, Canucks, and the Kings, Jets. Rangers shut out the Devils today 4-0. The Flyers defeated the Canadiens in overtime 4-3. Maple Leafs defeated the Sabres in overtime 2-1. The Capitals defeated the Red Wings 5-2. Hurricanes defeated the Lightning 3-2. The Panthers defeated the Predators 3-0. Islanders blanked the Blue Jackets 2-0. The Flames defeated the Senators 3-1. The Blues defeated the Penguins 5-2. The Sharks defeated the Coyotes 4-2. And the Avalanche, well, they did their namesake on the Blackhawks 7-3. Alright. So, let's talk about some college football, of course. Of course, first things first, Virginia Tech going bowling for the 27th consecutive year. That's right, 27 consecutive year. They had to win 7 games this year because of 2 games against Old Dominion Furman and Rhode Island, both of whom, excuse me, I had a little frog in my throat. Furman and Rhode Island, both of whom are in FCS. So, wins against Old Dominion, Miami, North Carolina, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, and then a 28-0 win against Pittsburgh. Pretty much guaranteed that. Yeah. Give me a second. I think I did the counting wrong. Alright, I think it's just me. So, they have the longest bowl streak in the country. So, which is recognized by the NCAA. Now let's talk about the obvious here. The bowl games are coming up. The last games of the year are coming, and yes, I will be covering that as well. The very last game of the year is, of course, Army Navy, which is going to be at Lincoln Financial Field in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now let's go on to the championship games, which are coming up. The first one is obvious. It's pretty much obvious. Oregon faces off against Utah, and Utah is favored by 6.5. So take a sip of water. Excuse me, I've been had a dry throat all day. But enough of that. Utah faces off against Oregon on Friday, and then all the action starts on Saturday, which I will be able to cover because there's not that many. Excuse me if I put this way, as there are not that many championship games. The Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship will be Baylor and Oklahoma. The Miami, the Marathon Mac Championship game will be Miami of Ohio at Central Michigan. By the way, Utah, Oregon is at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Baylor, Oklahoma is at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Miami of Ohio will face Central Michigan at Ford Field, and I'm happy that it's a 9 a.m. game. Louisiana goes to Boone, North Carolina, Kidd Brewer Stadium, where Appalachian State hosts. FAU Football Stadium will have the Conference USA Championship, the Appalachian State-Louisiana game. That's the Sun Belt Conference Championship. Florida Atlantic faces a revitalized UAB team. Remember when UAB were cut and people were devastated? Well, obviously you do a backlash and they'll just say, shit, we gotta bring him back. And then a game we just had a couple of days ago. Memphis facing off against Cincinnati. At the Liberty Bowl in Memphis. And then, of course, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we'll have LSU and Georgia for the SEC Championship. Albertson Stadium, or Bronco Stadium, whichever one you want to call it. Boise State hosts Hawaii, who are probably going to either lose or win against Army. I don't know. And I did say yesterday that it's probably going to be Oregon USC. Nope. And then this is a surprise. Virginia won the ACC Coastal by beating Virginia Tech, and they're facing Clemson. Problem is, it's Clemson, and then of course Ohio State and Wisconsin. So that's probably a slaughter right there. Oh, I don't know. And then, of course, the very last game of the year, the traditional Army-Navy ball game. All right. So, I think at this point, I can easily tell you that the Canucks are going to win. I'll probably put the final score, but because the Jets are just a couple seconds away, I'm going to say that the Kings probably won. I'm just checking the page. Yeah, that's it. Game over. Kings win 2-1. So let's take a look at some of the bowls that we're gonna have. All right, I mean, there are a lot of bowls, but the big bowl games don't come until after or around New Year's Eve. So I'll tell you all about bowl games, like who's gonna play, all that jazz. Come a week from Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, just get that, add 7 days to it, and that's when I'll tell you all of my bowl stuff. Da. Because that's Selection Sunday. The Selection Sunday is the 8th. So, yeah, the 14th sports update will be. Sports update number 14 will be very interesting because I'm going to have all the championship games, Oh, yeah, and then all the All-Star games. I'll cover those as well because, we got the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Game, and the Collegiate Bowl. But, yeah, starting Friday, it's going to be Utah, Oregon. And then, let's see how many games we got Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 9. Yep. And the Pac-12 starting it on Friday night. All right. And seeing that looks like the Canucks will win. Like I said, I'll put the final score in the description below. So yeah, I will see you guys all Saturday, and then after that, I'll see you Tuesday. Okay. See you next time.